Hello, my name is Mike Johnson. Take you on an inside and outside video tour of this 2019 Honda Clarity plug-in hybrid. In my opinion, this is one of the best Hondas you could buy at any price, and I'm going to tell you why. And first of all, it's basically the Honda Accord with a slightly different look, slightly different configuration, and unlike the Accord, this one is a plug-in hybrid. Now, Honda built the Accord as a plug-in hybrid for only about 1,000 or 1,100 cars. So they do exist. They did it in 2014 to work all the bugs out of the design, and then in 2018 they came out with a Clarity, which is this car, but this is actually a year newer. This is 2019. So Honda's been doing hybrids almost as long as Toyota has had the Prius. Not long after Toyota came out with the Prius, Honda came out with the Civic hybrid, and they've been doing hybrids ever since. And actually in the very beginning they had the Honda Insight. Forget all those old cars. This is the best they've ever done, because these cars, I own one. It belongs to my boy for my 19-year-old son. They take corners almost like a Corvette. They accelerate quickly, even though they have a small engine. They're very good acceleration, and the handling is excellent, the performance is excellent, and they go like 50 miles on a plug-in charge, which is one of the best ranges you can get from an electric vehicle that still has a gasoline engine. It has a locking charging port, so I'm clicking on it. I can't open it. To open the charging port, and this is a big problem for some people, you have to hit a button. The key has to be present. You hit the button, you can unlock the charging port. You connect your charging connector to charge it, and if you leave it out overnight, the thieves can't steal it because it locks the cable into the charging port. So you can't just come in and unplug it. Sometimes where you go where EV vehicles charge, people will steal your charging plug because they need it worse than you do. And you don't need it that bad because it's a Honda with a gasoline engine. So you can get in and drive this car from California to Washington, D.C., or Florida, or from Florida to California, wherever you're moving to and from, depending on your opinions, or driving from, touring from, vacationing from or to, and you'll never have to stop and charge it. Now that's different from a car like a Tesla. Tesla, you got to charge it every 200 miles or 300 miles if you're lucky. But every 200 miles, if you have a Tesla, you got to pull over and charge it for 20-30 minutes. This is not that. If you go home, you charge up the car, it charges up. The next day you can drive 50 miles, but after that, it's a gas engine hybrid. So you will have to stop and buy gas if you don't charge it, but you don't have to charge it. It's not, charging is a may do or a want to do, but not a must do. If you don't charge your Tesla, you're going to be calling a tow truck. If you don't charge this car, you're going to be looking for a gas pump. So that's a big advantage. But that's about the plug-in part. Because it's a plug-in, like a Tesla with a gas engine, it qualifies for up to $17,000, $17,500 in government incentives that I'm aware of, valid in my zip code. Now your zip code might be different, but here in Southern California, you can, well, in the entire country, you can get $4,000 from the federal tax credit, because used EVs like this qualify for $4,000 on the tax credit for 2023 income tax return. You can get, if you live in Southern California, Edison is offering another $4,000 if you're low income. If you're not low income, they're offering $1,000. And the Replace Your Ride program is offering $9,500 here in Southern California. Those three incentives add up to $17,500. That means if you paid $17,500 for a car and you qualify for all the incentives, your net cost of the vehicle is zero. The government pays for all of it. Now, unfortunately for you, this car's more money than that, but it's a big help. So if you buy a 2019 Honda Clarity, you get all those cash incentives. If instead you go cheap, you buy a Civic, or you buy the Accord, there's no cash incentives. You don't get any of that. But Clarity, you should get at least $4,000 from the federal government. Now, that's from a third party. It's not from me, that's from the third parties. See my website or the state of California's website for details. This one, as we're filming it, has valid car registration. It's not expired yet. You buy a car with expired registration, it could cost you a small fortune if it's very expired. That's a thing about California. It's got aluminum rims, LED headlights, LED marker lights, LED turn signals, super LED high beams and low beams. So driving at night, it's got state-of-the-art headlights, so you can see colors really well at night. This one only has 24,000 miles. It's very clean. It's a very nice Honda Clarity. This is not the Touring. This is the regular. Touring and regular, almost exactly the same. The difference is the Touring gets a leather with a power seat and a dedicated navigation, but this one has navigation through your smartphone. You plug in your Google Android phone or your iPhone, and there you go. You got your navigation up to date on the screen. You never have to worry about updating it or anything like that. This very clean car, low mileage, 24,000 miles on it. Backup camera, so we're gonna back into the shade over here. Moving guidelines. As we back up, we can judge our proximity to obstacles using the backup camera. It even has 3 different views. Zoom in view, old school view, super wide view, so you can see cars coming either way. When you're backing out of a parking space next to a monster truck on each side, you can still see if cars or kids or grown-ups are approaching with a super wide view. 180-degree super wide view, which is pretty cool. If you put it in drive and you turn on your turn signal, you have a side view camera in the right mirror. If you don't like this, you can turn this off, but most people like it. And then when you turn on the right turn signal, you got a side view camera. You only have it on the right side, you don't get it on the left side. It's push to start, push button transmission. You have sport mode, economy mode, electric parking brake, so you don't have to pull a lever and stuff. You can engage your parking brake automatically if you desire. All kinds of vehicle settings which you can change in the controls right here. Touchscreen display. Displays in great condition. You can also buy a screen protector to protect it so it lasts forever. Right now we have battery charge in the battery and gas in the gas tank. So it says we have a 180 miles of range. Again, I'm going to cover the plug-in capability. Apple CarPlay, look at that. Electrochromic auto-dimming rearview mirror. So no flip-flopping switch on the bottom. You buy the Civic, then you're always flipping the little switch because you went cheap and paid more. If you can qualify for the full $17,500 incentives on this car, the Civic will definitely cost you more than the Clarity, even though it's a less expensive car in most cases. Air conditioning is working good. You've got lane keep assist. You've got radar adaptive smart cruise control. So if we turn on the cruise control, we have to set the seat belts. So this has a front camera and a front radar unit that measures the distance to the cars ahead. So if you set the cruise control for 70 miles an hour and somebody's in your way, the car slows down automatically and even applies the brakes. It also ties into the anti-collision system. And you probably heard about Tesla and their autopilot. The driver assist kind of works like that. It'll steer the car a little bit. You got to keep your hand on the steering wheel, but it can do some steering to help you stay in the lane. So if you're a tired driver, it can help you out. If you distracted driver, it can really help you out because it can actually apply the brakes and stop the car if it thinks you're going to crash, or at least give you an audio warning. Hey, you're about to crash, like a beep 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 noise. That might lower your insurance rating, insurance costs by not getting in an accident, and it might keep you safe and alive and uninjured. So this has all those features. So my name is Mike Johnson. Thank you for watching my video tour of the Honda 2019 Clarity. Go to the website, see if the car's still available. Check what the price is at mybestcar.com. The latest up-to-date pricing is on the website. It could change every couple days or not. And the company name, if you're gonna buy it, is A Buyer's Choice. So if you're writing a check to buy the vehicle you saw in this video, it better be to the order of A Buyer's Choice. Don't pay it to anybody else, because this video is for this specific vehicle. If you want to see the VIN number, I showed you the mileage, but let's take a peek at the VIN number and wrap it up. The last, actually on the windshield, 3 digits, easy to see here, is 290. Right there are the VIN number.